All right. Dev diary. So we're going to go with... Oh, they do Poland again. Oh my god, we've got so many to go through. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to go through. All right, once again, we don't want to go like super in depth with them. We're not going to read every single word. We're just going to go over the top, skim over the top of them, and get the juicy bits. Are you guys ready for Dev Diary Marathon? Are you guys ready? 5 Dev Diaries crammed into 10 minutes. We hope. Are you guys ready? Can we get some yeses in the chat? I'm not going to go until I've had 10 yeses. Are we ready, boys? Are we ready? Tell me we're ready in the chat. Come on. Yes, we've got 2 yeses. Come on, we need 10. We can do this. That's ever going to happen. Now we will. 10 minutes. Let's go. Yes, 10, yes, let's go. 5 yeses. Come on, we can get some more yeses, guys. Yes, yes, yes. All right, we got it. We got a no. Fuck you. There you go. You can gamble as well. All right, we got 10 yeses. I'll let you guys gamble. Spend all your channel points, your imaginary money that maybe one day will be as valuable as Dogecoin, so you might regret gambling it, but... Memes. So we'll just go through the Polish one first. So Poland. So there's the secret future stuff that we already know about because we've been to the future and came back, and it's not looking too good, guys. Elon Musk is president, and everyone drives a Tesla. They have a monopoly of the car market. It's all monarchy. All monarchies. All monarchies. So this part doesn't look much vastly different to what we had before. Look at these. Some of these focuses, the icons are very similar. I just want to say that this is so good. I love PDX for doing this. The ability to make guns cheaper and forts construct faster over 3 years. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Sometimes some of the buffs that certain nations get are too strong to have permanently. But the idea of having a temporary one, oh, that's so good. I like that a lot. And it just has that window of preparing for World War II for Poland. I like that so much. I personally think 5% is a little bit low. Maybe 15%. Maybe 20% is pushing it. But remember, it's not permanent. It's only for 3 years. So I'd be a little bit more adventurous with that. Once again, 3 years of minus 15% consumer goods. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Kudos to PDX for this. This is so good. Once again, it feels worthwhile to get the bonus. So when you could permanently get a reduction. Oh, 720 is 2. Oh, it's 2 years. Sorry, my bad. 2 years. Yeah, so 5% reduction of consumer goods permanently. It's one of those situations where it doesn't feel like 70 days worth is worth it. Yeah, it doesn't feel like 70 days is worth. Let me just. So we started at 1823. So that's when we started. It doesn't feel like it was long enough, you know? So it doesn't feel like you get enough for it. It's not really worth the 70 days. So it's like 15%, but you only get it for 2 years. That feels so good. You got this issue with Civil War, which I guess is kind of cool, but I hate the fact that everything has like a negative modifier on it. I don't like that mechanic. So in this case, you can work with the peasants. You can have a peasant revolt. Yay, peasants! I want the peasants to win, so I can get like a peasant rebellion. How cool would that be? Should we have music playing in the background? It's a bit quiet, isn't it? Copyright free epic music. Who's DMing me? Oh, it's Dawson, never mind. Yeah, that's cool. We can see more of the railroads now, how they connect up and as well. That's really cool. Oh, they've also made Danzig, and instead of being an independent country, they've made it an international city, which basically means you get nothing from it, which is kind of sad for Poland, but eh. Interesting, they've added a new like isolation law. embargoed economy. The negatives to it aren't really that big though. Like you lose some consumer goods, you're losing resources, and then the other things are just intelligence things. So it's not really a big negative modifier. It's not like undisturbed isolation for USA. So we've got the Polish buildup of ships now. Now these bonuses need to be worthwhile to go for them. Once again, this idea that we wait 70 days to get a focus that gives us 1 naval dockyard is just BS. Give me 20% extra production dockyard output for 2 years. Then it makes me feel like, yeah, maybe I'll actually do that one. But otherwise, it's pointless. It really is pointless. So you can basically get Danzig to become an independent nation. And you can also do stuff to try and integrate them. Yeah, it's kind of cool, I suppose. What we got here? So you got the options of who you want to defend against. So this is really interesting. So you can plan east and build defenses against the Soviets, or plan west to build defenses against the Germans. And you can do both. But, here's the but. You can only do one once one side is complete. So if you stand plan east and start getting these, you can't jump onto plan west until you've completely done plan east. I think that's a really cool... I like that, because sometimes you run into situations where you want to do both, but you've not got enough time because the focuses take too long. But the option you can do both if you stall on both sides, oh, so good. I like that a lot. Thank you for giving us the option. That is so, so, so cool. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. But I'm really annoyed by the fact that east is on the left and west is on the right. That really triggers me. My OCD is so angry right now. I'm told it's not even a big deal. Who cares? It's not a big deal. Polish militarism used to be a really strong focus of Poland at the moment because it gave you 2% recruitable, didn't it? From sea to sea. More support for non-aligned. I'm just skimming this, to be totally honest with you. Amazing. Is the music still playing or not? Okay. So we can see different generals here. Oh, that's a very interesting flag. Is that like a monarchist flag? It looks like it non-aligned, yeah. Lithuania accepts, so now you can diplomatically annex. I'll be totally honest with you guys. One thing that's missing from Hoyfor at the moment that I really would like to see is the ability to diplomatically annex nations using spies. I would really love to see that. If you can have the ability to flip a nation's ideology, to make nations interconnect with borders and relations, and make them coup, there should be a way that you could turn a nation into a puppet just by using spies. Don't get me wrong, it probably is going to be OP, but the requirements should be incredibly expensive as well. And I think that'll be a really cool mechanic. The idea that Germany could maybe puppet, I don't know, Austria maybe? I don't, just give that as an example. Germany diplomatic annexing the Soviets. Of course, if it's a major power, it's going to be horrendously difficult, if not impossible. But it's kind of cool. I like the idea of diplomatically annexing. Poland seeks cooperation. I hope that event does something sexy, because that is... Sometimes what disappoints me sometimes is that some focuses just don't give big enough rewards. And I'm a little bit like, I don't mind if I have to do 2 or 3 focuses that give crap rewards, but then the bottom one is a juicy, bit exciting reward. I love that. But a lot of the time you get to the bottom and it's like, 1 military factory. I'm like, gee, thanks, Annex. Annex? Gee, thanks, Paradox. Annex Czechoslovakia. That's cool. I wonder what it does. I'm probably just like, can I have your nation, please? And like, no, okay, Casus Belli. Okay. So this is to make a big faction between eastern seas. That's kind of cool. Between 2 seas requires a really big faction and creates the coolness. 1 dev dairy is down. What we're doing for time here? On time, we're at 18:23. We're only... Oh, God, we're never going to get 10 minutes. What was I thinking? So this is the monarchist path, which is this one. Peasant strike. So it's kind of like you can... It reminds me a little bit of the Spanish Civil War, which is not a good thing, because I think the Spanish Civil War is a little bit railroaded and a little bit linear, and it really annoys me, the fact that you can't do anything with it other than go down the fixed route that Paradox have decided you should go down, which is slightly frustrating. I like that on here, this decision here, there's a gun here, and it costs you 1,000 guns. I like that it's represented on here as an actual currency. That's really cool. Good on for PDX for that one. Because sometimes it's like a mystery. Sometimes it's like, does this require guns? Well, there isn't an icon for it. I wasn't aware of that until I hovered my mouse over the button. Peasant sympathizer. Sympathizer. We all want to make a peasant republic, don't we? So everyone's going to be doing that one. Pact between France and peasant Poland. Peasant Poland, guys, versus Chad Germany. Who will win? Crusade Against Democracy was cool. Yeah, even though it was a bit niche. Oh, look at this. Commonwealth of Socialist Republics. Oof. Oof. And it's a lady. A lady.
Love your content.
Oh, thank you for the $10. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Honestly, that's amazing. Thank you so much for the $10. I love you. Dave, I made a suggestion for an achievement. Yeah, I clicked on the post earlier. Best Supreme. I saw it. Don't worry. I saw it. I saw you post it on my Discord as well. Kingdom of Poland. Oh, it's a kingdom. And we got this guy with a nice shirt. Propagandist military sentiment. Invest in Lithuania. 3 cities? God damn. I recognize this guy. And then we have the awesome Chad. Kingdom of Poland, Romania. Oh! So you've got basically the choice here. Do you annex northwards and form Poland, Lithuania? Or do you annex southwards and get Romania, Hungary, and most of Czechoslovakia? I mean, it's impressive. But I don't know, really. It looks really good, though. This is a massive, massive alliance. Massive. Who's coming on the podcast? Oh, I don't know. Tommy's probably not going to be streaming when I'm done anyway. I just put that in the title as a suggestion. Alright, that's good. Jesus, so many alternative paths. I've seen like 4 non-aligned paths now. Post-war Poland. So it's the option to make Poland big after the war, right? Promote Fanangism in Belarus. What does it cost? Plus 15 fascism is actually really good. Plus 10 is what you get from the advisor. Plus 20 is what you get from the Mexican focus tree. Oop, I'm showing too much chest. Might get banned. They added another one to today's focus. Oh my god, another one? Another one? Let's look at these bonuses. So attack, defense, plus 10%. Legitimacy, get legitimacy? An exiled government manpower. That's really good. Those plus 10% is very good. Oh, he's the guy in exile. I get it now. Core territory plus 15%. Defense is, it's okay. It's okay. I'll tell you what's really useful. Core attack and core defense is really good if you're defending your own territory and making encirclements on friendly territory. That's really good. Legitimacy gain, exile manpower, daily... Nah, it's crap. Stability... it's okay. Legitimacy... Nah. 3 off-map cities. 3 off-map military factories. Alright. Jeez. I know it's kind of cool to play an exiled country as a concept, but it never turns out as fun as you want because you don't have direct control. And most of the time when people are playing single player, they want direct control. They want to have as much input as possible. And the idea that you can play as Poland but then have some factories off map, I don't know. Poland expansion. Plus 2 operative slots. Wow, that's really OP. That's really OP. That's a really strong spy Poland. You can make your own Warsaw uprising now. And a lot of people got really triggered by this. 1 nuclear reactor off map. People got so mad with this. It made them so salty. I like the concept of it. It only produces 1 nuke per year though, doesn't it? So it's not very often. Anyway, Poland is done. Next. So here we go. One thing that really surprised me about this, that really jumped out to me, is the mechanized have a lower production cost. I think this is a really cool concept because one of the reasons I don't make mechanized is I personally think they're too expensive. That's my take on that. I think mechanized at the moment, for what you get for them, for what you put in, you don't get enough out, okay? So the only way you can make them worth their value is to make them cheaper. And at one patch, a very long time ago, they did make them cheaper a long time ago because they recognized it. But they didn't make them cheap enough. So I wonder, with this green points here, the green star, whether this is going to make the production cost cheaper. The green star. Oh, what does the green star mean? I wonder what that means. They removed the off-map nuclear reactor. No way! No way! They peer pressured. They failed to peer pressure. I can't believe it. I'm so disappointed. Well, there you go, guys. That is proof in the pudding. If you scream loud enough, people will listen to you, I guess. If you scream really loud, people will listen to you. Ah, that makes me really sad, actually, because I feel like it's not necessarily that is a good or a bad mechanic. It's just that if you scream loud enough at the devs on the forums, eventually they'll keel over. I don't know. Anyway, I'm really excited by production cost reduction. So now we have basically the tanks, the ship system. 4 tanks. I'm going to be totally honest with you. This is not how I would have done this. This is not how I would have done this. I guess I'm excited to play with this, but the fact that it's just like very similar to the ship system just makes me feel a little bit like, eh. Is there a release date? No, there is not. So you can basically put on the sidearm, the main turrets, the engine, I guess, and then there's other bits as well. I think the bit that's exciting me the most is that you get to learn about the different parts of a tank and how they evolved during the war and why they evolved and what was the reason they evolved for. Because one thing about this ship focus tree that I really enjoyed, the ship technology tree, is learning about the little things that change in submarines, how they evolved throughout the war. I think that's really cool. Yes, Best Supreme, you posted that once. I've already clicked on it once. And you posted it on my Discord, and I've already clicked on it once. Stop posting it. Yeah, so this is really, really, really cool. I like the concept of it. I don't know. I'm a bit weird. I'm a bit mixed on this one, guys. Maybe when I've played with it and I've touched it and I dicked around with a few of the buttons, we can go from there. All right? We can go from there. But at the moment, I'm a little bit mixed on this one. I'm wondering if you can make a... I don't know. One thing that I did hear about that did excite me is that you can choose different engines, and there's different kind of like different types of engine, like an electric engine, there's a diesel engine, and there's another engine that has better performance but costs more fuel. I thought that was a really cool concept. Oh, extra suspension. Suspension gives extra speed. I wonder if everyone's just going to make really slow tanks, though. Because, I mean, a lot of time with heavy tanks at the moment, people don't really use them for their speed, do they? I think that's the biggest issue with tanks at the moment, particularly in a multiplayer meta setting. There's no real incentive to make tanks fast. I know you get a bonus to reinforce rate, but other than that, there's just no point. Yeah. Look at the engine. Plus 10 engine. Wow. This is really exciting, though, seeing the different designs. I think I'm more excited about this than some of the other options. So this is the engines. This is the armor. These are the tank shells, the chassis. This is the propeller to make it amphibious. I wonder if you could just make a tank that puts everything on it. It's amphibious. It flies. It's got 6 turrets. I don't know. And they have also mentioned that they've changed the way piercing and armor work. So now if you don't have enough piercing, you don't, like, nothing. So, like, right now, if piercing doesn't pierce the tank, because it doesn't have enough piercing compared to armor, it just does nothing. So it's like the piercing doesn't even matter. Now that it's more of a percentage-based system, that if you are close to piercing it, it does do more damage, but less if you actually pierce it. All right, next one. Next. So this is very basic. They just talked about how divisions need to be a majority of artillery, more battalions of artillery than infantry to be classed as an artillery division, so therefore get the bonuses. Now all divisions are based on a percentage of how much they're artillery to tank to infantry, etc., etc. And it shows the composition there. 57% armor, 28% motorized, 40% infantry. So now it's just a simplified system. It is a slight nerf, but it is a simplified system. It's a nerf because it means that if you go for infantry leader, you're not getting all the bonuses, you're getting a percentage of the bonuses. But if you look on the other end of the scale, if you've got the advisor for artillery and infantry, like Portugal has, you'll get to take advantage of both bonuses, which means you are going to get a better buff compared to the two. They've changed combat width now. Combat width is now based on terrain. So change is scary, okay? In life, when anything changes, it's scary. That's the initial result, okay? Things are going to have to change. The way you're going to have to adapt to those new changes is all scary, all right? And I just need you guys to say that change isn't necessarily always bad. My advice to you is be an optimist and just say to yourself, change can be good. Is it bad or is it different? That's the most important thing. This is different. Is it bad? It's difficult to say. From my impression, it looks pretty good. At 24 width will be the new meta. I mean, it will be for certain terrains, but not all of them, because they're not all derivative of 24. Like these ones that are 5 on the end, an odd number. So 24 will work in forest. 24 will work in jungle. 24 will work in hills, in marshes. Oh, no, it won't work in... maybe it will. 24 will... So 24 will work in everything apart from mountains, plains, and desert. But it will work in forest, jungles, hills, marsh, and urban. I guess initially when I first heard about this, I got quite excited because I thought to myself, this is like an opportunity to make divisions that fight better in certain terrain types. But I don't think when the meta evolves, anyone's going to actually do that. It'd be exciting if that's the way it works out, but I don't think that's how people will play. 24 is the closest fit for all. When you say someone calculate, you have to give the name of the person. You can't just say someone. That's like saying studies say. Studies says that you are wrong, Alpha. I'm not going to quote what study it is, but I'm going to tell you that you're wrong because studies say you're wrong. Am I excited to break the DLCs? I'm excited to play the DLCs. If we break them, if we do, we don't. Then we do, we don't. We do or we don't. We do or we don't. I like the for me, it's hard to say if it's a bad or a good change until I've played it. But my initial opinion is change is good, and I'm excited to just play the game a little bit differently. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to see me fighting in desert and plains, and specifically making a division that's best for that. I'm excited about that. I really am excited. Yeah. I remember reading the forums a long time ago, and I remember Dan saying, or one of the devs saying, that they just didn't like how the meta has not changed for the last 5 years. And I think it's a good thing that it changes. What do you guys think this is? So this is a new map mode they're going to introduce. But we don't know what it is. So a lot of people have said temperature. It doesn't make sense. Why would the Sahara be colder than Australia? How volatile the weather is? Maybe it's consistently warm in the desert, in the jungle of Central Africa? Maybe it's weather variance? Spice map. It's a hard one, this one, isn't it? Because it doesn't give it away what it actually is. Like, what's going on with this big dark blue blob here? Maybe it's a mud map mode. So the areas that are darker green or blue have more mud. The nighttime in the Sahara. Well, that wouldn't make sense because the bit just below it in the jungle is dark red. Civilization map mode? What the fuck? So they've changed armor and pace. That's what I said in the last dev diary, but we'll not go into that. Reliability is so exciting. So now after a battle is won, there's a chance you can recover vehicles that have been destroyed in the battle and just see if you can replace certain bits on them to recover them. And that's exciting to me because that basically means that we're going to have like... I was thinking that it could potentially mean that we could see divisions. that have different nationality of tanks in them. But it wouldn't make any difference, that would it? Because that's capture, isn't it? That's the capture ratio. And now Paradox has gone gold. Joking. All right, next one. Next. Now we have... This is the one I haven't read at all. The other ones I've already read. We're doing for time. How are we doing for time? 18:23. God, we've way gone on 10 minutes, guys. Congratulations. Anyone who predicted was completely wrong. Completely wrong. Yeah, it was more than 10 minutes. There you go. Congrats, you were right. I'm excited about this because I don't know any of the history of the Baltic states during World War II. Oh, Lithuania focus street. Lithuania. This bit's blanked out. I wonder why. It has a bit of a... It has a bit of a feel of a generic focus tree. Oh. Whoa, 3 civvies? 3 civvies in one focus? Damn. %25% extra recruit population. Damn. That's pretty good. So that's basically increasing your pool of already recruited manpower by an extra 25%. So technically, if you're at 10% recruitable or all adults serve is 10%, right? No, that's service by requirement, isn't it? Yeah, service by requirement is 10. Adults is 20%. Anyway, regardless, service by requirement 10%, extra 25%. That means you're going to get an extra 2.5% extra recruitable, right? Right? 16 extra steel. That's amazing. Ooh, question mark, question mark. Angry man. Soviet Union has agreed for you to merge with Belarus. What? Oh, but technically you become a puppet of the Soviet Union, don't you? Ooh, I like. That's actually kind of cool. For a simple... For the simple act of taking over Belarus, you get to sell your soul to Stalin. How do you feel about that? Unify the Baltics. I like the look of this guy. The Baltic Socialist Republic. Oh, this is strange. They've like overlapped some focuses on top of this. I wonder if there's a few focuses they don't want to show us, so they've hidden them. Research nuclear technology, of course. Nuclear Lithuania is the future. Habsburg Poland is born. The Patriot King. Habsburg Poland? Is that the same Habsburgs as Austria? Am I making this up? That's Poland. Oh, are we on to Poland now? Are we back onto Poland? Okay, right. So we could do Habsburg Poland. Someone suggested that last week on the last Dev Diary at Habsburg. Like, why isn't the Habsburgs on here? And I'm like, there we go. There's a reason why. They are here. Kingdom of Poland demands Habsburg rule. The Cossack king. Okay, here comes my hot take. Alright, this is my hot take. Now, it's cool to integrate countries into one. It's cool to conquer large amounts of territory. It's cool to have cores on a large amount of land in Europe. All those elements are freaking cool. I embrace them. Thank you, Dan, for giving us the option to take over lands and conquer shit really quickly. But here's the but. Here's the but, alright? If this takes 7 years of in-game time to complete, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. At the end of the day, with Hearts of Iron 4, speed is like the #1 element to blobbing in the game, okay? Turkey has the ability, thank you for referencing the chat by the way, has the ability to blob into the Turkish frickin' empire, Turan or what it is. It's such a cool concept. The problem is, it takes like 7 years of in-game time to actually get there. So it almost becomes kind of pointless. So the war has ended. World War II's over. Germany is blobbed across the map, all become the Yalta Conference. And at this point, I'm blobbing out. But I guess the point I'm trying to get at is that when world tension is 100% and you're just declaring your first war, it feels pointless to me, because the whole fun with Hoi 4 is blobbing out and becoming strong as early in the game as possible. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand sometimes some focuses might be so OP and you conquering the world and taking all the cores within a short period of time, it's not even viable to have that in the game because it's just too OP. I get that. But I just think it's really important that we get more focuses like frickin' Romania. Who agrees here? The Balkan dominance, Death or Dishonor focus tree for Romania is so fun. The fact that you can conquer and annex most of the Balkans in a very set short period of time as Romania is insanely fun. Oh, it's so fun. Same for the Austria-Hungary. Same for the Hungary. Yeah, same as the Habsburg Path for Hungary. The ability you can form the Austro-Hungarian Empire, annex and chop up all of, like, I don't know, Central Europe and the Balkans by forming the Austrian-Hungarian Empire is so much fun. Okay, the way those mechanics work are a bit shitty sometimes. Some of those events are too RNG based. Like, sometimes you ask for demand Transylvania. Sometimes they declare war on you. Sometimes they say no, nothing happens. Sometimes you just get Transylvania. You feel like there's a lot of, like, elements where the player doesn't have a lot of control there. That could be done a little bit better. Player control is important. Players don't want to feel like they've been stolen something they should earn because the roll of the dice didn't land in that way. But my god, guys, we need more focus trees like Romania and Balkan dominance, because conquering in Hearts of Iron 4 and war is what the whole game is about. And if we just sat here waiting for focuses to complete to get cores on the Habsburg Poland of Czechos, the Europe, Eastern Europe, it's just boring. Did I make my point? Also, this is a hat DLC. Did anyone spot this? Hat DLC. And where has the XP points gone? Where's land XP? Where's army XP? Where's naval XP? Oh my god. We also have supplies, 0%. So Poland is not very well supplied. So what we've concluded from my Discord, reading Reddit, reading the forums, rubbing my 3 brain cells together, rubbing them together furiously, making a fire, is we've concluded that Doctrines will be overhauled in the next expansion. Thank you, Dan. Thank you. So they've basically done away with all the point systems. They've done away with them. And they've collaborated them inside a Doctrine tech tree, I'd imagine. So no longer will research slots require... so no longer will Doctrines require research slots. It's gone. Gone. Poof. 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 And then we're left with a hat. And we click on the hat. And then maybe... this is a prediction. I don't even know how it's going to work. Everything is a guess at this point. I don't actually know. I don't have inside information. That we necessarily select maybe a land doctrine, a naval doctrine, and an air doctrine. And it slowly, over time, slowly researches it. And then you can, like interject, army experience of some kind, and it speeds up the process. Or if you're at war, it naturally speeds up as well. If you're doing that maneuver, such as Navy, Air Force, or ground attack. That's how I think it's going to work. Because it doesn't make sense to me that you're going to need points to interject it anymore, which I thought was a very one-dimensional system. I like the fact that it's probably going to be more complex. Once again, everything I'm saying is just a complete guess, by the way. I actually don't know. I don't have inside information, so I really don't know. But there we go, guys. There are the dev diaries. We have learned big things, big dev diaries, big brains. And that's pretty much it. By the way, a lot of things I've said in this video probably aren't accurate. I've not read every single dev diary in complete depth and read every single word. You probably have. Correct me in the comment section below. I don't mind. It's totally cool. You can correct me. But the truth is, the days of me doing dev diaries are well and truly gone. I don't find them fun anymore. Hence the reason why I'm just doing this little brief summary with you guys. So that took more than 20 minutes. That took 30 minutes. Took 30 minutes, 31 minutes on the nose. Yay. That was fun, right? Did you guys enjoy that? Do you feel big brain now? We did the meme review. We talked about something in the news. Play something, probably Hoyfall, maybe not. Very true. Very true. Oh, there we go. Hi, YouTube. Oh, how are you? Lost weight. Shut up. Shut up. I didn't lose any weight. I fell down. Let's see that mark there. I fell down the stairs. Or up the stairs. How much weight did you lose? Shut up. Shut up. I didn't lose any weight, Ludi. 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 So I was going to play Hoi 4. Let's do... What should we do? Be aware, the results of this poll will not make me select what we're going to do. It's just going to steer me in different directions to let me know what you guys are passionate about. So you're not actually voting. This is not a democracy. This is what not a democracy is. Okay, so... Be aware that Paul is so weird. Me entering the results of that poll was real random. I don't feel like I really was passionate about it. Anyway, you guys do the poll. The new patch for EU4 is really good. Really? Wow. Ding. Thank you for the host, Tommy. Oh my god, Tommy, thanks for the host, bruh. Bruh. Thanks for the host, bruh. How's it going, Tommy? I love you.